What's going on, man? It's your big brother Trend. You tuned into the right video. Listen, man, I wanna tell y'all this story or whatever, because y'all know me. I like to tell y'all like real shit, man. And you know, I just left the gym or whatever, so it was on my heart to really come and like tell you this, because I don't know who done experienced this out there. I don't know if any men out there, y'all done experienced what I'm about to tell y'all, whatever. I didn't even believe this shit was real until it actually happened to me the other night. You know what I'm saying? I ain't believing stuff like this, but I had to look it up on the internet, you know, to see what the definition of a succubus and what it really is. And so I'm about to tell you about something that happened to me the other night. This is really real. I'm not making this up. This is really real. Okay. So, you know, every night before I go to sleep, I try to pray, you know what I'm saying? I try to, you know, tell God, let me have a peaceful night's sleep. You know, thank you for the day and everything that you gave me today. And I want to wake up tomorrow. I want to have a blessed day tomorrow. You know, I always try to stay prayed up, you know, as much as I can think about it, you know, especially right before I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes I have problems sleeping because I be having so much energy. You know, and sometimes I just might take a little bit of NyQuil or something just to knock me out, you know, like in the next hour, because I be having so much energy, you know, and I think a lot. So I took some NyQuil. I took a little capsize of NyQuil or whatever. And I don't take NyQuil every single night. You know what I'm saying? It's like maybe once a week that I even do that. You know what I'm saying? And this particular night, I said my prayers. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I said my prayer. I took that NyQuil. You know, I lay down in the bed and I slowly started to go to sleep. And, you know, as I'm just laying there, no TV on, nothing, just pitch black in my room. And I started to doze off. I dozed off. I don't know how long I dozed off for, but I dozed off. And I woke back up in the middle of the morning. I woke back up because I had the feeling that I'm laying down, but I had the feeling that somebody was walking from my bathroom into where my bed was at. Like I literally heard the footsteps, like walking on my floor, like towards me. And I didn't move because I'm just like, you know, I'm just laying there like trying to figure out if I'm dreaming or if somebody really in here. And for a second, you know, I'm laying down, I'm thinking like, yo, who in my house? Like, who in here, bro? And so, you know, I just tried to be still like I was really asleep because I didn't know who was in my room behind my back, walking towards my bed. And so when it got down towards the bottom area of my bed, because I got a big king size bed, you know what I mean? That's when the walking stopped. I still didn't move. I'm still laying there. And so I'm just chilling, like, you know, I don't want to think like it's anybody in my house. So, you know, I'm tripping, like maybe I'm dreaming. I'm gonna go back to sleep because I'm not scared of anything. You know what I mean? I don't had a lot of dreams, and I'm just I'm used to the spiritual world. You know what I mean? So it really don't bother me like that because I know I'm protected by the Holy Spirit, by God. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm still laying there. I just decided to doze back off and go back to sleep. Like close my. I still didn't even look and see who was back there. So I just closed my eyes and go right back to sleep. You know, I'm trying to knock out. Then as I'm knocking out, I feel like, you know how like you get a muscle spasm in your leg or something? I'm feeling like a muscle spasm in my calf muscle on my right leg, and I'm like, okay, you know. And then like I feel like another muscle spasm like in my what's that, bicep right there on my arm. Now I'm still thinking like, what the, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm still laying there. I haven't moved, and all of a sudden I feel like the cover on me, like I could feel it moving in different places, like somebody was tugging on the cover. And that's when I got up and looked back like, bro, what is going on? You know, I raised up out the bed and I'm thinking like, is that my air conditioner moving my cover? Is that the ceiling fan moving my cover? I'm like, no, ceiling fan ain't never moved the cover, like barely moving and tugging the cover. And so I just lay back down thinking I'm tripping, man. I'm like thinking, you know, maybe I'm just, I don't know, maybe it's the NyQuil or something, but it ain't the NyQuil. And so I laid back down again, and I'm sitting there and I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm really still, and I still feel the covers tugging on, like moving slowly, like off my arm. Like I'm just like, then I feel like little pressures coming up my back, like somebody on my back, like pulling the cover and stuff off my back, and like little tiny little bits of the cover. And so, man, I just like, you know what? I ain't even scared, man. I'm tripping probably, man. I'm just about to go to sleep. So that's when I really just gave up, and I was like, man, I'm about to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And then, as I went to sleep, I woke up again because whatever was pulling on me had really grabbed me from behind at that time. And I'm just like, I'm kind of dreaming, but I'm still kind of conscious at the same time. So whatever this entity or succubus was or whatever, it grabbed my arms. I was asleep and up at the same time. Grabbed my arms and like pulled me on top of her. And it was a woman. She had on a dress. The dress was like, looked like little flowers on it or whatever. She had long hair. I don't really know what color it is, but I couldn't see her face or whatever. But I know she had like white eyes. You know what I mean? And by the time I like think about it, now this succubus or whatever had pulled me on top of her like this or whatever, and she's just like pulling me like, come on, and I'm just like, you know what? Like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the? I didn't, now mind you, like I said, I don't really fear anything like that. So I didn't flip out or trip out or like go crazy or start screaming or yelling or panicking. I'm just literally sitting there looking at this entity, spirit, whatever you want to call it. I'm just like, no. And it was trying to get me to have sex with her, like, and me being a man, it's crazy as it seemed, but me being a man for a split second, for a 0.005 second, I was like, okay, like, what, huh? Okay. Like, but then I'm like, no, like, what? No. Like, no, like, what? And, so I'm wrestling with this spirit, like, and I just get up off this succubus, and now she like on top of me, like sitting on top of me in the bed, and like she just like grabbing me, like, come on, like, and I'm just like no, and that's when it stopped or whatever, and that's when, like, I don't know, I ended up back asleep or something. I ended up back asleep, and now I'm dreaming. I'm inside this dream, right? I'm in my bed, but my room had changed into somebody else's house. Cause I woke up, I was dreaming, and I woke up and I woke up in my bed and I'm looking around, but it was somebody else's house. It wasn't my place. And so I'm like, I know I'm dreaming because I know what a lucid dream is like, but I see these two girls standing like in front of the bed, like over in the cut near my door, which was my door, but it was not my door. And I see these two girls like over there standing. And so in my dream or whatever, like I get up and go to them. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, well, who are y'all? You know what I'm saying? And I can't remember everything about the dream, but it was two females, and one of them was heavy set, and the other one was kind of like slim, and they were like walking around the house or whatever. And I remember me saying to the spirit in the dream, I remember me saying like, who you worship? You know what I'm saying? Because I be tough like that with these demons. I be tough like that because I ain't scared. I know I got power over these low entities, these serpents. I got power over them. So, I address the spirit. I'm like, who you worship? Like, who you worshiping? And she told me I worship Horus. That's what she told me. She said I worship Horus. And I'm just like, I ain't think about it in the dream, like, until I actually woke up later, like, what or whatever. I'm like, Horus? And then she like looked up, and I guess I don't know, she looked up at the top of the door, and I'm just like, and I tell her, I'm like, I worship God. I worship the Lord. I worship God. And then she looked at me in the dream, was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, So that happened in a dream. And then next thing you know, I can't remember too much. Next thing you know, they did something to me. Like they did something to me. Oh, she told one of the girl that told me that I worship Horus. She said, I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave the house or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's when she left the house or whatever. And, you know, I'm just like, okay, cool, da, da, da. She said, I'll see you when I get back. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what? And so, man, after that, yo, like, that's when I, like, woke up and I'm like, I realized that, like, what had just happened. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I ain't never had no dream like that, but I heard people that had dreams like that. I didn't believe it or nothing. I never knew what a succubus was, but if you look it up, a succubus is some type of spiritual demon or whatever that likes to sleep with men or something like that. And that's what happened. You know what I mean? And I'm just really telling you this story because, man, listen, when you a child of the Most High, man, you're going to have a lot of demonic attacks. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have the spiritual warfare where certain things try to persuade you to do things that you don't want to do. That's absolutely normal. That's just spiritual warfare, you know? And I'm pretty sure you probably went through some demonic attacks. It probably wasn't the same one I went through, but, you know, and I'm pretty sure you made it out because, like I said, we covered. You know what I mean? We covered by God. I mean, we covered. We don't got nothing to worry about. You see what I'm saying? And, you know, I woke up. I wasn't thinking nothing about it. I just started my day like a normal day. I wasn't traumatized. I wasn't hurt or nothing because, like I said, I don't, whom shall I fear if God is with me? You see what I'm saying? So, I just felt the need to come and tell y'all that, man, because, like, that shit is real. You know what I mean? And I think the reason why it did kind of happen was for me to even make this video to tell y'all got to stay prayed up when you go to bed, when you wake up. Y'all got to keep yourself in prayer, man. You know, because the enemy is trying to deceive people, is trying to get people to do things that they don't want to do, trying to take you off your path and stuff like that. You got to stay on your path. You know what I mean? But at the same time, can't nobody harm you. They can't do nothing to you. These spiritual demons can't do nothing to you, you know, if you know who you are and you know who you serve. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, no pun intended. I don't want to offend no woman out there, nothing like that. But like I said, when I looked up that definition, that's what that was. And that was the first thing that came to my mind when I thought about that. You know, it wasn't the incubus. It was like succubus came to my mind when I thought about that. And I looked it up and it had woman attached to it. So I'm just like, you know, when you're the chosen one and you look pretty decent, you know, and you doing spiritual work, you can best believe you're going to have a lot of things that try you, people that try you, and they're going to try to do sexual activities with you and stuff like that because you're attractive to them, you know, and, you know, you attractive. It is what it is. I mean, I know I look pretty decent. I'm not the flyest dude in the world, but I look pretty decent, you know. But again, stay prayed up, man. Y'all stay blessed, man. It's your big bro Trend. Hey, somebody speak up, let your voice be heard, leave a comment below. And listen, y'all, I got a request for y'all, man. Keep your big brother in your prayers, okay? I know we don't tell nobody to do that, but hey, keep me in your prayers, man, and tell God that, you know, just to keep me protected from these spiritual demons out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when I'm doing God's work, it ain't easy all the time, you know? So keep me in your prayers and just be prayed up yourself for your own well-being. So with that being said, man, make sure you subscribe to my channel if this video resonated with you. Make sure you check out one of my other videos right here too. Hope this didn't offend nobody, man. Y'all stay blessed. Love y'all. Peace.